Shall I take a knife and tear my mother's bosom? Then when I die, she will not take me to her bosom to rest.
And my grandfather were both farmers, and they were proud of being farmers. I remember the first day I was old enough to help my father in the fields, barely bigger than the seed bag I was carrying.
You ask me to dig for stones. Shall I dig under her skin for her bones? Then when I die, I cannot enter her body to be born again. You ask me to cut grass and make hay and sell it and be rich like white men. But how dare I cut my mother's hair?
I could sense his pride in me that day, like the heat of the sun beating down on my neck. It was the same sense of pride I felt radiating from my grandfather when we walked the fields in the fall, him telling me what the land was like before he came to it.
I want my people to stay with me here. All the dead men will come to life again. Their spirit will come to their bodies again.
My grandfather was half Cherokee, and he never forgot that the land he farmed had once belonged to the ancestors of his ancestors, and that they had cared for it for thousands of years before him. He would tell me, walking through the rows of corn and wheat, that it was our duty to see that the land was just as fertile and bountiful 1,000 years after our bones were ashes as it was while we tilled it. You put your whole soul into the land if you're really a farmer. You recognize it as part of yourself. You don't see it as just a means to an end. You see it as a constant beginning, continually renewing itself with your help. Like anything in the world, you give to the world, and it gives back. What you sow, you eventually reap. And when you sow deformed seeds, you can harvest a sickly crop. I think about that when I look back on my life and those I loved, my wife, my children, my friends. The bitter harvests were often sown by my own hand. In some ways, not always, I think that holds true for the whole wide world.
Oracles and soothsayers may claim to see beyond the ever-present horizon that separates the known from the potential, but their vision is astigmatic at best.
And I wonder what fruits my great-grandson's generation will pluck from their labors, and whether there will be any bounty left for their children.
We cannot see the future with any clarity, but this will not deter us from questioning its possibilities. In fortunate days, this can breed unrestrained optimism that will inevitably be tempered by the ensuing realities that erupt. But in tragic times, like those that have gripped us these many months,